Okay, today is June 27th, 2019. Right now at 10:20 p.m. We have a temperature of 63 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles. The relative humidity is 77%. The dew point is 56 degrees, and we have a barometric pressure of 29.90 exactly. 29.90, and that's risen a little bit. All right, so today we have Hurricane Alvin right here. This just became a hurricane in the last few hours. This was a tropical depression, 1E, the first one of the season out here in the East Pacific, and it's quickly strengthened and is a Category 1 hurricane. Let's go ahead and look at the National Hurricane Center map. We can see Alvin right here, and the pressure has dropped from 990, about 998 this morning, down to 992. 992 millibar right here, and we can see that it's moving northwest at 16 miles per hour. We've got sustained winds of 75 miles per hour, and this hurricane is expected to move to the northwest here over the next few days. So we can see that track forecasted right there. So let's go back and take a look at the. Also, we have another disturbance indicated. This just popped up today, a few hours ago, with a 10% chance of hurricane formation. Keep an eye on that. Okay, so let's take a look here at the East Pacific water vapor loop. We can see Alvin right here. And right down here, we have another disturbance, which is this may be the other one that was marked. But notice what's happening here. This is being superheated and blown apart. We can see a pressure wave on the back side of this right there. Watch that sequence. You can see it. It's been targeted right here with a satellite transmitter. They hit these from space-based transmitters, satellite transmitters, either with microwave or laser. That superheats the thunderstorm activity, and that disrupts the lift. And we can see that the what's happening here. We can see that this entire thunderstorm is collapsing and breaking apart. We can see that pressure wave from the descending air right there. Now, if you were on a ship in that area and you were witnessing this activity, you would probably see what you're seeing right here. All right, so this is a cumulonimbus thunderhead that has been targeted, and we can see what happens here. These the expanding water vapor here forms just trillions of microscopic water droplets, which the sun is shining through, and that creates this rainbow pattern. Now, we've all seen these clouds in the last 25 years that look like giant flying saucers. Well, this is how it's done right here. This is the very beginning of that process. So these thunderheads right here are being targeted. This will not yield any thunderstorm activity when this happens. This cancels the lift. This kills the lift by disrupting the natural lift in the atmosphere we have to have for the precipitation process. So this is a rising column of air, water vapor, and what we're seeing here is this is a covert operation to control the weather, and this was taken by a girl in Costa Rica in 2015, I believe it was. Here's another couple of shots of this same activity going on. We see that rainbow. So the sun is behind this cloud as this picture was taken. Now, the junk science government scientists that are being paid by the government, they are reporting that these are natural phenomena. They call them rainbow clouds. They've got all kinds of new names for these chemtrail clouds that we see. It's just ridiculous. These people are being paid to essentially lie and dissemble. What we're seeing here is just weather manipulation. It's covert weather manipulation not being reported, and the fake news, mainstream media is not reporting any of this, and so they are peddling the fake carbon dioxide narrative, which is completely false and untrue. And so when we watch these silly debates the last couple of days, I couldn't watch more than about 5 minutes of each. It's just ridiculous. These people are talking about climate change, and the sky's going to fall if we don't tax everybody and and figure out a way to stop the sea from rising. Well, none of these jokers bother to mention that the fake news is showing us the cartoon weather maps instead of these satellite maps. If people saw what was going on here, we wouldn't have the confusion among the masses. And of course, like I say over and over, there's a reason why these maps are not being shown on the national and local newscasts. That's because we're seeing manipulation going on right before our eyes. So there's Alvin. Now, notice what's happening here. Let's take a look here at the rainbow map. We can see this area right here just disintegrate. This thunderstorm is just blown apart. This guy here is being allowed, Alvin right here is being allowed to move to the northwest. But what's going to happen next is we go to the next map here, we can see we have a very strong eastbound flow into California. Now, today we had some very heavy chemtrail aerosol spraying in Southern California, as well as Central and Northern California. We should be seeing a lot of rain from this jet stream flow pattern. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the jet stream map right now. We can see that flow pattern right around the low pressure that's up in this area. We've got jet stream flow and moisture moving into not only California, but Oregon and also Idaho, Nevada, and so forth. So let's go back and look at the big map. We can see all that flow moving right into California. Next, let's look at the Doppler map. We would expect to see a lot of precipitation based on that jet stream flow and all that moisture moving in. But look, nothing, zero precipitation anywhere in the southwest, except for down here in the New Mexico area. We have some precipitation up in Idaho, Montana, a little bit up in Portland, but nothing in California, which is just astonishing. Let's take another look at the flow pattern right here. This is the western U.S. water vapor loop. We would expect to see a lot of rain based on this. Look at here. Look at the depth of this water vapor moving right into California and Nevada, yet there is zero precipitation. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that there's a lot of chemtrail spraying going on, which we saw here in Southern California all day today. The jets were spraying from the southeast to the northwest, perpendicular to the flow. And that's always the case. So this is all about weather manipulation and nothing about solar radiation management, which another channel on this on the internet is peddling solar radiation management. That's utterly false. It's ridiculous. All we need to do if we want some cloud cover and cooler temperatures is just to allow these clouds to move in. Don't spray them over. Allow them to move in and naturally block the sun and bring us cooler temperatures. In fact, that's what we would have right now with this flow pattern, is nice, cool, damp conditions. Instead, the people in northern and central California and down where we are, we're being sprayed heavily. And so right now we've got 78% humidity, but it should be certainly be raining up here in the Bay Area and or Central California and Northern California. Now notice the next thing I want to point out is this giant right angle right here. This is a low pressure system. And look at this giant right angle imprint right here. We'll go to the rainbow map next and take a look at this. We'll stop the map and scroll through it. And we can see this right angle form up. We can see it right here. Let's go ahead and put the envelope on that and show you how square that is. It's quite amazing. This is a satellite transmitter causing that. What they're doing is they are targeting the vortex at this low and isolating it. And what's happening is all this moisture is not being allowed to get back into that vortex, the lowest pressure point of this weather system right here. And we can see what's happening here. This moisture is not getting into that vortex. It's actually peeling away right here. And this area here is not getting into that vortex. So as we run the loop again, you can see that it's completely blockaded. A lot of it is right through here. We can see that water vapor scooting along that one edge. It's not getting back into this vortex. So this is how storms are weakened, weather systems are weakened. They can control that, and also they can control that. Look at here. We should be seeing rain in Northern California, precipitation. So we have to have two components for precipitation, for rain. We have to have lift in the atmosphere, and we have to have moisture in the atmosphere. So we've got the moisture moving in. We don't have the lift though, because of the chemtrail aerosols, which are sprayed high above this cloud cover that's moving in, this jet stream flow. These aerosols are sprayed at right around 35 to 40,000 feet, and of course that prevents the lift in the atmosphere. It causes the capping inversion layer, and that prevents the lift and prevents the precipitation process. Once again, if we want to have cooler temperatures and cloud cover, you don't need to spray over these clouds, as I believe it's the Geoengineering Watch people are alleging. That's just utterly false. The specific timing of the aerosol spraying is key to understanding the purpose of the chemtrail spraying operation. So anytime we have moisture approaching on a no rain forecast, you can bet the farm that they will either spray or they will create high pressure. The weather controllers will create high pressure. Let's go ahead and look at the East Pacific map again. We can see high pressure in this area, and that will ensure that this hurricane will move in a particular direction. Now, what's going to happen here is this is going to continue to move for the time being to the northwest. Now, we've got a lot of strong eastbound flow. We can see that right here. We've got high pressure. We've got actually clockwise rotation beginning to form around this hurricane. So let's go and take a look at the big map right here. And we can see we've got strong eastbound flow. So what's going to happen? This thing will move further north, and they're going to have to blow it apart because the prevailing currents are going to push it right into Baja or possibly California. So they'll kill this thing before it moves up and then moves back east. Now notice what's happening right here. We've got a big low pressure system just north of the Hawaiian Islands. This is starting to spin counterclockwise, and we can see a straight edge right there on that area. I don't have the Hawaii map pulled up, but that is very clear to see right there. Very straight edge forming as this area of low pressure is being manipulated. And plus we have a whole bunch of other lows here all spinning counterclockwise. One here, 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 and over here. So we've got hotter weather forecasted towards the weekend, and that will be high pressure is setting in. The barometer's on the rise. As this hurricane moves north, they'll blow that apart. I don't think they'll ever let a hurricane blow into California. However, that could change. We never know. These weather controllers, they've done some very bad things, steering hurricanes into Texas and Florida in the last 3 years. If you go through my videos, you'll see a great video evidence of what's going on. All right, so there it is. Jet stream flow, no rain in the state of California or Nevada. All right, here's the surface analysis map. We can see a big high indicated here, 1,030 millibar. We've got a trough shown here, low pressure, and we've got a couple of lows up here comprising that big area of low pressure spinning. And then we have the swell report right here. We can see we've got 6 and 7 foot seas moving right into Southern California. Okay, so that's the report for tonight, and we'll just leave it right here at right angle. Just scroll right up here, and this is really amazing. Look at that. That one edge there is got to be about 1,500 miles long. Okay, that's it.